the number of boys playing on Little League baseball teams increased from less than 1 million to almost 6 million between 1950 and 1960. During the same period, the number of Girl Scouts increased by 2 million, and twice as many bicycles were sold. Parents also tried to improve their children's education. In 1960, parents bought almost 3 times more educational books for children than 10 years earlier. Parents also bought millions of dollars worth of pianos, violins, and other musical instruments for their children. Families in the suburbs wanted a new life, a good life, for their children.
It was true that the average number of children per family was increasing, but the total population of the United States did not increase as much during this period as one might have expected. The reason for this was that fewer immigrants were coming from foreign countries. In fact, the number of immigrants to the United States had been dropping for many years. In 1910, 11 immigrants were coming to America for every 1,000 Americans already living here. By 1950, just 1.5 immigrants were coming for every 1,000 Americans. The kinds of immigrants were changing, too. In the past, most came from Northern and Western Europe. But now, growing numbers of people came to the United States from Latin America, Asia, and Southern and Eastern European countries.
Many Americans moved to different parts of the country in the 1950s. Most Americans continued to live in the eastern, central, and southern parts of the country. But growing numbers moved to the western states. The population of the western states increased by almost 40% during the 1950s. America's biggest city in 1950 was New York, with almost 8 million persons. Second was Chicago, with more than 3.5 million. Then came Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Detroit, Baltimore, Cleveland, and St. Louis.